Hey everybody, happy Friday. Thanks for joining us here on Northern Life. Look who's back. Woo! It is the father of Max. It is Goofy himself.
Look.
Bringing the happiest place on earth back to Duluth, Minnesota. Welcome back, Hunter.
Thank you so much, Ryan.
You want to explain your hat that you got on? It's pretty awesome.
I'm not saying Disney World changed me or anything like that, but this is my new favorite hat. I think I'm going to wear it to every gig that I do now.
It's pretty awesome.
It was when I saw somebody else wearing it around the park, I'm like, I need to have that hat. So I went, I bought it from one of the resorts, and I don't think it's going to leave my head anytime soon.
It's very fitting. It fits you very well.
I am goofy. Yeah. I am a little goofy, you know?
So.
I love this thing.
Oh my gosh.
It was so much fun, my friend.
Well, let's talk about, you had that huge road trip. You were back from vacation. You got to go on a cruise. Let's first talk about getting there.
Sure.
What was it like? 3 days to drive all the way down there?
2 days. So it's a day to get down, and a day to come back. So 2 days worth of driving. And overall, it was uneventful. It was fantastic. But of course, we had to make our typical stops. We went to Buc-ee's, probably our favorite gas station on the planet here that isn't in our region. And then, of course, we went to Cracker Barrel as well, which is one of Kayla's favorite restaurants. So it was her 30th birthday. This whole trip, it was, of course, going to be fun for everybody, but it was especially for her. So it was just an absolute blast. The road trip was so much fun, and it's cool to see the country.
Yeah.
I think next time I'm going to go on an airplane, though.
Really?
I think so.
Wow.
It's been 3 years in a row now that we've driven down to Florida,
Sure.
and it's a long drive, man.
Oh, man. How many miles?
It's probably, I don't even know off the top of my head, maybe 1,200 miles or something like that. And it's fun, like I said, to see the whole thing, but it's quite daunting.
And so you went with Kayla's family, right? You got
Yes.
to go and enjoy it. This was what it was for her birthday and with her family?
Exactly. Her dad, mom, her sister, and her sister's husband. So we all went down there. This particular picture, we all drew names out of a hat for each other, and we all had to buy a shirt for the other one. And one of the days on the cruise, we all wore an embarrassing shirt. So you see mine says bedwetter.
Right. So you didn't buy that for yourself?
No, I did not. I did not. That was Kayla's sister, Nicole, that bought that for me. So yeah, if you could read them all, they're all pretty funny. And we got lots of compliments and comments on the cruise.
Oh yeah, I bet you got some.
Course.
I bet you got some comments for sure.
We got some stares.
Oh, for sure. Any part of the country that was maybe your favorite? Any state as you're driving down?
Every time we go, I gotta say Tennessee is just beautiful.
Okay.
And even like Georgia, going through the Appalachian Mountains, and so pretty, picturesque. You start seeing some hills, and it's just absolutely beautiful. So if I had to move like somewhere else, Tennessee might be the option. I love Tennessee.
Did you decide to drive through? I know last time you were like the traffic in Atlanta was too bad. Did you go around this time?
I did. So I went the way down. We went through Alabama.
Okay.
That was the first time I've ever been in Alabama.
Wow.
Really cool down there as well. And then on the way back up, we did go through Atlanta, and it was crazy. So, but we made it through. I think it's like the top 3 worst cities to drive through or something like that. And it was rough. It was rough.
Yeah.
There's like a 16-lane highway at one point, and
still full.
Yes, still full of people.
That's crazy.
It was fun though.
We can't complain anymore up here about
No.
construction or traffic. So when you got down south, you took a cruise.
Yes.
All right, where'd you go on your cruise?
So we went on the cruise, right? We went off to Cozumel, Mexico,
Okay.
which was absolutely beautiful. I got to do a beach day over there, and then we went down into the Grand Cayman Island, and we also got to go swim with sea turtles down there.
Oh, fun.
It was just fantastic. I got to swim along them, snorkel with them, and meet them. They're super nice.
Are they big? Were they like big turtles?
The ones that I swam with were a little bit smaller,
Okay.
but the ones that we could see were absolutely huge. You see this photo right here real quick is a separate family.
Oh.
I'm on the cruise. I'm boarding the cruise, right? And we're just sitting there about to take off, and all of a sudden I hear, I recognize that laugh.
Oh,
and I look up, and it's a family from Duluth that that knew me from the news.
Oh,
so
geez.
big shout out to Chris and his family for hanging out with us the whole time on the cruise. And it was just crazy. It's like you don't expect to see that on the cruise.
No.
Somebody who recognizes you.
Man.
So that was really cool.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome. And after you got back from the cruise, which you had a lot of fun with, also, did you win an award on the cruise, did I see?
Yeah, so I did the karaoke competition at the end, and I won that again, which I won, I believe, the year before. So I'm undefeated so far with the karaoke
2 for
championships.
2.
And I gotta say, like, everyone is an amazing singer.
Oh,
everyone's fantastic. So it's a tough thing. It's really tough, but it was so much fun.
Did you have a winning song?
Yeah, I sang Try a Little Tenderness by Otis Redding, which I love that song. It's one of my go-to karaoke songs.
Great singer.
Yes.
And so when you got back from this cruise, you get back to land, and then you're like, why not do some more? You decided to go to Disney World.
And this is Kayla's favorite place. She loves Disney World, and I've been there one time 10 years ago, and it was so much fun. And so we decided to go here again. We spent 3 days in Disney World. My calves are huge.
A lot of walking.
Swole, as the kids
Yeah.
would say. And yeah, so much walking. And one of the coolest parts about Disney World, I'm a bigger fella, Ryan. You can see here with this photo, we're also going down one of the roller coasters. I'm blocking Kayla's face, but then she gets me back on the next one where she blocked my face.
That's pretty awesome.
But I'm a bigger fella, and I haven't been able to go like on a roller coaster for like 10 or 11 years or something
sure.
like that. And Kayla, so sweet, she did research. Unbeknownst to me, I did not know she was going to do this, but she double-checked all the rides, which is almost every single ride that I could probably go on, and we did all of those, and it was just the sweetest thing. So
That's awesome.
that was really sweet.
Glad you got to enjoy it like that.
Yeah, and it was busy, but it was a ton of fun, and just I felt like a kid again. It was super cool. Of course, with the hat. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, you can't beat the hat.
It's perfect.
Yes.
It's perfect. And so as we wrap up talking about your vacation, though, Hunter, I do need an explanation for this video. Let's watch it quick.
Hey, Maxie, how you doing?
I think most of us watching at home, especially me on my couch, we're all Kayla's face in that current moment.
I could feel all the eyes rolling watching that video. I mean, first off, Kayla's a trooper for doing that. Thank you very much, Kayla. But it's just, I don't know. I've got the inspiration wearing the hat. I'm like, I'm going to try a Goofy impression, which you do one too, don't you?
Oh yeah, I'm not going to do it right now.
Okay, come on, try.
No, I can't. I got to be.
You want to wear the hat?
No.
I should have bought you one.
I'll get my hat first, and then
There
I'll
we
do
go.
it.
We'll both do one in a video together sometime with both of our women looking at us.
Yeah. Next time I go down to Disney World, I'll be sure to get a similar hat.
Yes.
I'll post a similar message on Facebook, and then we'll go from there.
That's perfect, my friend.
Well,
Yeah.
happy you made it back.
Thank you.
Glad you had fun.
And thank you to Briggs and Natalie for covering
Yeah.
for me while I was gone. So
Yeah.
thank you very much.
Pretty awesome stuff. Well, hey, coming up, a chance to meet our Olympic heroes here in Duluth today. We'll be back with Hunter coming up here on Northern Life. Welcome back. The entire community getting a chance to celebrate Duluth's curling team, Corey and Corey, today. Corey Dropkin and Corey TC's silver medal celebration happening over at the deck today, which is scheduled for 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. in the Harborside Ballroom, with those doors opening at 5 p.m. The Duluth duo making Olympic history, becoming the first from Team USA to medal in mixed doubles curling, and Corey TC, now the first American women to ever earn any curling medal. So if you're catching our show at 6:30 p.m., be sure to find our coverage from that event coming up at northernnewsnow.com.
Such a milestone, both these amazing athletes, and it was so cool to see the video of them coming off the airplane and the welcome crew that all welcomed them back, and so many proud Duluthians that are part of this whole thing.
I feel like you probably feel it. You've been gone for like, what, almost 2 weeks now. You probably come back, you're like, I think I missed a lot of things that happened here in the Northland.
There was a snowstorm, there was all sorts of news that happened, there was that happened, the USA hockey team that won, that was insane.
Yeah.
So I feel like I missed a lot, and there's certain parts that I'm like, I wish I was up here for this, especially the snowstorm. But yeah, you're catching me up. Everyone's catching me up as I come back. There's a lot of stuff though.
And if Buddy comes back in this hat, you know.
I'm trying to catch you guys up with my new look that I'm going to be doing.
On what he's been up to.
Yes,
New look.
This is forever, man.
New outfit.
Today marks the 30th anniversary of the release of the original Pokemon video games. Nintendo is commemorating the event with new release. I haven't read a prompter in a couple weeks. We'll see how it goes.
You're doing great.
The new release of Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. Meanwhile, fans in Tokyo are also celebrating 3 decades of fun, celebrating their favorite characters. Which one did you have, Ryan?
Oh, I think it was Sapphire or something like that on the Game Boy. But when it came to, what was it, Bulbasaur, Charmander, or Squirtle, which one did you pick starting out?
I picked Bulbasaur.
Really?
Yeah, which is
Wow.
interesting. I liked all of them, but yeah, Bulbasaur, and I had the Leafy Green was always my go-to, and it was just, my gosh, it was so much fun. Hour and a half bus ride going in and coming back.
Yep.
There's a lot of time on the old Game Boy playing.
A lot of time. And I remember they had that little light, too, that you used to shine on your Game Boy at night. Yeah, we're in a different world now.
Yes.
Don't need that anymore.
All that fancy Latin. You know, we had to walk uphill both ways, kids.
Yep, same with our parents.
Yes.
Well, hey, coming up on Monday, Northern News Now's newest talk show focusing on the journey of aging in America.
Yeah, each episode features a panel of experienced industry professionals who will offer insight and solutions for people entering a new chapter of life. Tisha Powell has her preview.
Everyone ages, but we don't have to do it alone.
I want them to look at it as being empowered.
Asking for help isn't a sign of weakness, it's actually a sign of strength.
Aging Untold, where real people, real experts, and real solutions meet.
It's going to be genuine, it's going to be positive, it's going to be loving.
I want to inspire candid conversations among people from coast to coast.
Stories and advice that matter.
this is what happens.
Where do you think you would be today if you didn't do this exercise?
I have no question, but the Parkinson's would be far worse than it is.
From staying healthy and finding the right care,
It's hard to have reality hit you like that.
to protecting your savings and spotting scams.
I'll never be the same.
It's a scam. Somebody has stolen my image and my content.
Honest and authentic talk that helps families plan smarter.
And then you're teaching them how to respond if they come up on that situation.
We're dealing with topics that affect each and every one of us.
From a panel of experts not afraid to keep it real.
We're learning from each other because we're coming at it from different perspectives. Like sometimes we're just gobsmacked by what each other say.
Aging Untold, we're on a roll.
Hosted by Aging Well coach Catherine Ambrose, gerontologist Sam Craddock, aging expert Amy O'Rourke, and board-certified physician Dr. Ray Rogers.
So I think there's a huge emotional issue going on.
Aging isn't the end, it's a new chapter.
Feeling a sense of purpose is the most important thing any one of us as humans can have.
Aging Untold, coming soon.
I think it's so important to be looking forward.
I think it is education and resources.
It's an opportunity to learn.
We're all getting older. It's about time to talk about it.
Welcome to Aging Untold.
I mean, it's an important topic.
Yes,
You know? Yeah.
it's nice to have that option out there for all those folks. First off, the guy boxing, I'd never want to mess with that guy. But jeez, he's just punching that thing. But also like scams and things like that. It's not something just for like older folks. Like I'll get tricked on those things every once in a while too. So I might even catch it every once in a while.
Yeah,
you know.
I know my buddy almost fell for that. Actually, it was a Pokemon-related scam.
Was it really?
Funny enough, yeah. So I won't say who. I won't throw my friend under the bus, but he did not fall for it in full. So yeah, but yeah, like awesome topic. So it sounds like Aging Untold is airing every day, coming up starting on Monday. That is 4 p.m. on our NBC side. So if you're watching Hunter and I on CBS, you say, you know what, I've had enough of those two. Flip over to 4 p.m. on NBC.
Or just constantly flip back and forth each commercial break. See what happens.
Get two TVs on and put both of us on there.
There we go. It's perfect.
Perfect mixture. Well, spring is still weeks away, but for millions of Americans with seasonal allergies, apparently now is the time to prepare. Allergists say don't wait for those symptoms to start, as tree pollen hits first in many parts of the country. Experts recommend starting to take a daily nasal spray before those symptoms begin and use it consistently throughout the season. So once pollen levels rise, you should limit your morning time outdoors, keep your windows closed, and shower after being outside to reduce exposure.
I might just put a couple corks in my nostrils during this time period.
I do love that nasal spray.
Yes.
Yeah, you use it a lot.
Yep.
Well, hey, coming up, we'll talk about the UP in just a little bit.
Welcome back. The iconic Rock and Roll Hall of The iconic Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has unveiled its 2026 nominees with 17 diverse performers vying for the honor, of course. And among this year's nominees, Mariah Carey, Phil Collins, Laura Hill, and Shakira, and a host of others, including some first-time nominees, all with a wide net of musical genres. The 2026 class of performers will be revealed in April under the categories of musical influence and excellence. What are your thoughts on that, Ryan?
Shakira, anytime you have, Mariah Carey, Phil Collins, and Shakira kind of in the same group, I think you're doing something right.
Those are some powerhouses right there. There's so many good artists on that list. You got Billy Idol in Excess also on there, and all sorts of different things. I've said this before, I love the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I wish they would change the name to the Music Hall of Fame.
That'd probably be more fitting.
Yeah, because I mean, Shakira, amazing. She deserves all sorts of awards and everything, but she's not technically rock and roll.
Yeah, Mariah Carey.
Yeah, Mariah Carey, technically not.
Is there a Christmas Hall of Fame? Because I think Mariah Carey would probably be the biggest photo on that board next to Santa and Mrs. Claus for Christmas Hall of Fame.
Honestly, but I wish they would make that change, of course. But yeah, so many different. Phil Collins for sure should probably get in here. The Black Crowes, I believe, are on there as well, and so a lot of deserving people.
Anytime you're over there in Cleveland, be sure to check it out.
We went up there on a band trip.
Really?
10th grade, we drove buses down and got to see everything. I went to Billy Joel's section in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and it was so cool.
Yeah,
so
Cleveland very similar to Duluth in a lot of ways.
Yes.
On the water.
Yes.
Yeah, got a similar vibe.
Yes, nice city.
Well, hey, over on the UP, Ironwood's Copper Peak needs your help to modernize their ski jump. Trevor Sugden speaking with their president about how that money will be spent.
Ironwood is just a small community, a population of just under 5,000 people. But yet, for ski enthusiasts around the world, it's known for one thing only: Copper Peak. Copper Peak President Bob Jackwart is hopeful he can revitalize the ski jump. He says it all started when Europe wished to bring ski jumping back to North America. The last jump was 1993. After the inspection of Copper Peak was complete, he was given the specifications he needed to reopen the jump for tournaments. Now, Jackwart needs $20 million to renovate, but he's confident in the community to help.
One thing great about Copper Peak is, yes, it's in Ironwood, but probably a 20-mile radius or 30-mile radius around Ironwood, including Wisconsin, claim it as their own.
Jackwart says part of the excitement from the area comes from the tourism revenue Copper Peak is expected to raise if it reopens.
We have an economic impact study done by UP Travel, and it's basically $359 million in tourist revenue in the first 5 years. Yes, it will bring, that's why we're focused on this so much. It will definitely bring tourists.
Jackwart says if you donate $300 to the fundraiser, you can help buy a section of the landing mat, and your name will be identified with that piece of the landing equipment. Jackwart wants to give a big thanks to the Copper Peak Board for helping maintain the jump and keeping the ride to the top for guests alive. Trevor Sugden, TV6 News, Ironwood.
Well, that'd be pretty cool to spend some money and get your name out there at Copper Peak.
Yeah, oh my gosh, that's the one that Dan Wolf climbed up for one of those stories, right? Yeah.
It's one of the most beautiful areas in the fall, too.
Oh my gosh, unbelievable. It's so high up there. Just watching Dan do it, I'm like, there's no way I could ever do that. That's pretty cool.
Oh, super cool.
Yeah.
Well, hey, before we head to break here, sounds like Dolly Parton is going to have her name on a children's hospital down in Tennessee. She said the partnership reflects a shared commitment to world-class care delivered with compassion, and it has been the East Tennessee Children's Hospital for more than 50 years, will now be the Dolly Parton Hospital there in Knoxville.
Wow, I know she's done a lot, I believe, for that hospital, so fantastic for Dolly and for everybody involved.
Great news. I'll look at next week's Blindfold when we return.
Coming up next week here on Northern Life, we're off to Superior to meet with some goats. Always an interesting line right there. We join the folks over at Superior Goats and Goat on the Go, getting to feed their team and hear all about their business, including how they can help you clean brush on your property in a more eco-friendly way. Yeah, when I first heard about this business, Ryan, I'm like, we gotta go see what this is all about. I've never heard of a business like this, so it's quite the unique experience that we had, and we got to meet a whole lot of goats.
A whole lot of goats, and there's still like a lot of awesome, and we'll tell you on Tuesday about the surprising statistic between the majority of those goats there on the premises.
Quite impressive.
Quite impressive, to say the least. But before we go today, how about this? Burger King has listened to their customers out there, and the company has announced they are improving their famous Whopper burger. This is the first time the company is making a change in nearly a decade. The company says the higher quality Whopper experience will now be served in a box to ensure quality. Other changes include a better bun and better tasting mayo. The change follows the company allowing guests to call or text the Burger King president, Tom Curtis, to share their thoughts on their experience when it comes to Burger King.
Hey, I'm in. I'll be ordering many Whoppers once that new change comes. I like the old Whopper, though.
I haven't had a Whopper in 5+ years.
Really?
It's been a long time. Maybe now.
We'll make the trip.
Now.
We'll do a blindfold. Thanks for joining us today. We love you.
Catch you on Monday.
Find some time to throw a line, or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.